Next thing. So just to give you all a little bit of an update, I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here. So we've talked about little tips that make QuickBooks easier to use, late fees. We've talked about workflows in QBO Advanced. We've talked about price rules, bundles. So what we've got left, and I did this in the order that most made sense to me, we've still got reminders, creating a QBO icon bar, customer over under payments, and then memorize reports and report groups. So, and again, if you have any questions during the class, please feel free to type them in. I've got a couple here and there, but just wanted to let you all know where we're at. The thing that I want to cover next is reminders. So one of the neat things that QBO can do, and this kind of it's kind of a benefit because QBO operates in the cloud, and it's working even while we're not using it and seeing it. So it can send out things to our customers even while we're not operating within it. It can also send us reminders. And so we're going to see this option under the gear icon if you go over to gear and then recurring transactions. Now, these types of transactions are they're pretty common. Accounting and bookkeeping in general is pretty repetitive, right? You tend to pay the same bills over and over again, like rent and phone bills and internet bills and things like that. So we can't really completely get rid of that for you. But what QuickBooks Online seeks to do is give you an option for entering those transactions by itself instead of forcing you to do it on a regular basis. So you can go in here and you can program QuickBooks to set up bills and estimates and invoices, things like that on a regular basis. If you need to charge somebody, a customer, for instance, every month, you can set up a recurring sales receipt. But you can also set up reminders. Now, these reminders, I usually set these up as non-posting charges. And what's great about this is that, you can basically remind yourself to do anything in QuickBooks, whether it's an actual transaction or even setting up a reminder to let you know about when a contractor's insurance it needs to be updated, which is, something pretty common that a lot of businesses have to deal with. So you can really create all sorts of reminders for yourself, whether they're delayed charges, or whether they're purchase orders, right? So if we wanted something to remind us about checking in on a contractor's insurance, we'd probably do it with a reminder of a purchase order. Is on here too. So you can set these up for anything. And what's nice about this is that if you're just setting up reminders for yourself, you could just create a customer or a vendor named reminders, just for reminders in general. You can set up whenever you want to receive the reminder, the start date for when those reminders are going to be sent out. You can enter a product or service named reminders and then a description of what to do whenever you get that reminder. Enter a memo that will remind you for whatever it is that you want to be reminded of to do in QuickBooks. And this again can be anything you want it to be. Once you save that reminder, it then pops up right here at the top of your dashboard whenever it's triggered. So if you need to get a reminder to check in with your contractors about their insurance updates, it'll pop up right here in QuickBooks as a reminder. All you got to do is set it up as a reminder for yourself, as a purchase order, as a delayed charge. If you have something that you need to remind yourself about a customer, set up a delayed charge for $0 for a reminder. It'll pop right up here too. So this is a nice little flexible way that you can use a form in a way that it wouldn't normally be used, but is still very business related, very QuickBooks related. Setting up those reminders is helpful, and you can do it about anything you want to. And you'll actually have a reminder list right here of all those different reminders that you've set up for yourself for you to do. So reminders, helpful, helps you stay on track for whatever it is you need to do within QuickBooks. Another thing I want to talk to you about is creating a QBO icon bar. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set up a guest user and show you this from in here. One thing that's important to point out is that this icon bar is going to be different based upon the user that you're using in Chrome. Now, I can only tell you how to do this in Chrome. I'm sure that Firefox and other browsers have this capability. I just don't use them. So I'm not too sure how it would work with them. But what people often do is they'll actually set up a user called QBO user. All you have to do is click add, set up a new user. And whenever you switch over to QBO, this QBO user, you can actually set up icons up here on the top for you to very quickly move to different parts of your company. So I'm just going to log in here. And again, really easy to set up those additional users. I don't know why. Oh yeah, mine's a pizza because I like pizza. And you just set these up with add. You can choose whatever icon or name you want to. And what's great about this is that, so like if I don't want to dig through a whole bunch of menus or anything like that, I just want to go straight to my profit and loss. I click profit and loss and it just takes me right there. I can do the same thing for that reminders list, right? So maybe I want to be able to see my reminders list anytime I want, and it takes me a long time to get there. Well, no problem. Once you get to a page that you want to come back to every now and then, you can click this little star, and we'll call this the reminder list. Click done, and now I can get back to that reminder list anytime I want to. Just click it, and it takes me right there. Maybe I want to see the audit log on a regular basis. I will favorite that audit log. So now I've got this bar up here. And what's great about this is that it's separate from my normal favorites because I've set this up as a different user. So I've got a QBO user, but then I can switch back over to, apparently I have two users named Jason. I have one set up as Trevor. I can switch over here to Trevor, and hey, now I'm Trevor. And I have different icons potentially, right? And different things that'll pop up right here from my Google searches. I'm curious what Trevor has been searching for, but that is another little tweak, little feature that you can take advantage of. It's actually a browser feature, not even really a QuickBooks feature, but it is pretty cool.